Now the clone stamp tool is another one of those tools you're going to use just about any time you come into Photoshop to do some serious image manipulation, and it's located right here in the toolbar. And as we click on it, we see that there are only two options on the drop-down list. The bottom one, of course, being the pattern stamp tool. Now, I never use the pattern stamp tool because what that does is it simply deposits a pattern that you're going to assign out of this list of patterns right here. And I've just never used it for image manipulation. If you have a use for it, more power to you, but I just never have. So we're going to concentrate our attention on the clone stamp tool, which is what you're going to use 99.999% of the time anyway. So let's go ahead and click on it, and then we're going to zoom in on the gracious and lovely Laura here, and we can see that we've got some areas on her skin that we do need to deal with. So the way this works, and this is just to demonstrate the functionality, is you find a source area that matches the destination area here, because we're going to pull from this area here, and let's go ahead and click on it. You hold down the Alt key to change the tooltip from the circle to this little icon. Then we left click to assign that area as our source area. Then we bring the tooltip down and we start to click. And there you have a replacement from this area to this area. Let's do another one. Hold down the Alt key, left click, let go of the Alt key, click, and we have a perfect match. Now let's say, for instance, if I were going to take this area here, source from here, which matches the pattern, but it doesn't match the luminosity. And as we click on it, we can obviously, that's not a match at all. So when you use this tool, you got to be sure you want to match things up in terms of luminosity. Now let's look at another area on her face that we want to change, but the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and finish this adjustment. That looks real good. Now see this little hair that's hanging down off her chin? Let's get down on that just a little closer. Probably just go ahead and go to 100% on this. And this is going to be a little bit of surgery here, but this is also a very good demonstration of how this works. Now we've got a lot of variation. Now if we look at the length of this hair, we can see that it crosses this area here, it comes up into this area, and the length of this hair runs across a lot of different tones and patterns. So let's look at how we would correct that. We're going to come in tight. The first thing we're going to do is let's pull from this area right here. I'm going to place the cursor or the tooltip right over. We're going to straddle that area of contrast. Hold down the Alt key, and I want that to be right dead center on the area of contrast. So I click on it, then I come over to here, and as I look at the tool, I can see that it's going to line things up. So I click, and indeed it did. Now since it's moving, since the source area is moving with the destination area, we can move this anywhere along and repair this hair. We're getting a little bit of discoloration, so let's go back just a bit. Let's go back to here. Maybe one more. Now we're going to change to a little bit of a darker area. Clone this. And then change the opacity, just let's take it down to somewhere in the 60s so it's not a perfect match. All right, now we click on it. And actually we can hold it down and drag. Look at that. Now again, it's not perfect, but I would leave it right about there, and when we run this back out, you can't even see it. So let's zoom in just a little bit and see how that looks. It looks excellent. Now here's another little hair right here that let's get rid of. So we'll go ahead and choose this area, and I think we're just a little bit large. So let's reduce the size. We're going to sample from here, come up into here, and then just drag. You don't even need to click, just drag. See that? See how that works? Presto changeo, magic from Photoshop, huh?